Hey everybody, it's gym time. So, this week I've been focusing a lot on mobility, and this little corner over here is kind of like my mobility corner in the gym. Right here I'm doing some runner lunges, getting like my knees kind of warmed up and my legs. This is really nice exercise just to kind of give your body a little bit of a shock. This is usually something I like to do without weight. I'll usually do this as a warm-up before I do some squats. Just kind of open up your hips, your hip flexors. Although with this, I'm trying to actually strengthen my hip flexors, so I added weight, and as you can see, I'm not really great with balance, so I'm using another bar there to kind of lean on for stability. I am really liking these wall squats. They are super nice, a little something different. I'm using 45 plate right now. I could probably go up a little bit higher, but I'm actually focusing more on just holding it as long as possible. Definitely want to have your feet a little bit closer towards the wall to get that nice pump on your legs and your back flat against the wall. You really want to have like a 90-degree angle, but I feel like it gets a little bit more difficult as your feet get closer to the wall too. Good morning to you. I actually really like these good mornings. They kind of feel like a straight deadlift. The same kind of like muscle group, I guess. But I also just started doing these too, and so I went a little light, but I feel like I could probably go at least like 60 pounds on these. I focused more though on getting that nice stretch in the booty area and in the back leg. So for me it feels more of like mobility and stretching than actually trying to increase muscle mass on these. Focus, I guess, more on form and just, making the movement slow and smooth. Sumo squats. I have been trying to work my glutes a lot more, so this is definitely one I'm coming back to and hitting again. It's kind of like you start out with something and then you come back to it again, and it's like starting all over. So I am going a little light on this, but I have been going up a little bit heavier lately with 45s and then adding more on to see how far I could go. So if I go light, it's usually just to get a nice stretch, and then I increase to really get that nice pump going. So this one is definitely working into my routine a lot more because I'm trying to hit those legs and booty, of course. I am really liking the Easy Bar grip on this for curls because the Easy Bar has that nice hand grip at different angles. Basically, it's ergonomic. So like you can go with the smaller grip if you want to do kind of like the reverse curl, or I like the wider grip is kind of where my preference is when I'm doing these curls. I used to do skull crushers usually on a flat bench, but it kind of really doesn't do much for me anymore. So I usually do them in an incline now, and I feel like this gives me usually the maximum gravity against, you know, your muscle. So this is kind of like my go-to for hitting those triceps. Sometimes I'll use the dumbbells too, but this one just feels a lot easier with the easy bar. I used to do a lot of these also with dumbbells, but I feel like I just have a better grip and handle on these upward row motions more with this small straight bar. This is a 45 pound too. I have been doing 50 as well. 40 feels a little bit more lighter than usual, but I mean it's more focused on just holding it sometimes and getting that nice clench when you're up top and then slowly releasing it down. DB curls for me are a classic. You know, I've been working biceps a lot lately, and so, you know, this is something that is like another thing is like I just need to go back to, you know, keeping it simple sometimes, and that's what I decided to do is get back to, you know, these standing curls. And you know, I usually start out at 25s, and lately I've been going heavy, so I get up there to about 30, I think is my highest. I'm trying to really focus too on just holding each one of these, you know, curls as long as possible when I bring it up. You do get like a little bit of swing somewhat. I mean, they could say that that's kind of cheating, but you know, it's whatever helps you get it up there and then slowly bring it back down. I mean, as long as you're feeling it and you're getting that mind muscle connectivity, that's what I feel like is really important. You know, sometimes I want to do some chest press, some heavy chest press, and there'll be probably like three, I think there's three actually, of the long bar bench presses that are actually available. But there's a lot of guys at my gym, and those places are like filled all the time, basically the whole time I'm at the gym. So this is always another option. I feel like if you can't get to one of those long bars, you can come over to one of the other benches and just do dumbbells, and these ones are actually pretty nice. I mean, I can get pretty heavy on these as well. I think my PR is 45 at this point. And you get like a really super massive chest pump, because I feel like when you do just bench press, you're actually hitting more of your chest and back motion. With this one, you're isolating a little bit more of just your chest. My gym girl Lilia actually showed me how to do these because this is one of her favorites. And now it's kind of like a little bit more one of mine too, especially for biceps. It's yet another way of, doing something and activating your muscles a little bit differently. I've also seen that it's probably a good thing to kind of get like that long stretch on your way out and then contracting, and you kind of just pull your hands a little towards your ears basically. These I usually start at like 30 and then I'll usually move up to about 50 pounds. I like to get a little bit of split stance there too, just to kind of like make it a little bit easier on balance and stability. And when I work bis, I gotta work tris. So as a finisher, I did some tricep push downs with this new attachment here. My gym just bought all these great new attachments. A lot of them with these nice rubber grips on them, which I'm really liking. This one especially usually is just metal, and it has like the rubber grips on them now, which make it a lot easier on your hands. So this was a good finish to my workout routine, just to get like your arms completely rounded off. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked the vid.